The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Irving. And it's Harris in at the small forward. Now, here is Irving. Here's KD. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. Blazers on offense. Lillard outside. The drive by Nurkic. Covington nails the baby hook. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Powell, no one around him. No good from outside. Irving against Powell. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now, here's Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And Jordan sends it back. In transition, here come the Nets. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from KD.
Yeah, Kevin knows when he can score, so he waits to make sure that somebody else doesn't have a better shot before he does that. Good play there.
Powell against Harden. Powell, the pass to Lillard. Over Harris. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Powell against Harden. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Powell against Harris. Lets the three fly. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jump shot.
Man, both on balance and on point. Damian working through that mid-range area now.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Now Anthony following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And here's Harris from the arc. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
1:19 left in the first quarter. Outside Durant. Shoots over Covington. Shots good by Durant. KD's got his second bucket.
Well, Kevin Durant over the past couple seasons has been in the top 5 as the best mid-range shooters in the league.
Three-pointer Lillard. Again the miss by Lillard.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor's checked in for Nurkic, and McCollum subbed in for Powell. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Trailblazers trail by 5. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
A good timing on the fast break. We don't talk about that enough. Melo coming into the play and then finishing it off.
In the corner, Harden over McCollum. And a wide open look for Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists tonight.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here's Lillard, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on, it's a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point. Dinwiddie surveying the floor, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Cullen passes to Cannon. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Kanter.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And the basket by McCollum.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Jones. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum kicks to Giles. Kanter inside. Simons, the pass to Jones. Shot clock at 5. Another shot. Kanter trying to free himself up. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jones. Now Dinwiddie. Throws it up high.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Simons, the pass to Cannon. Here's Giles, and the layup falls. Giles has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Like the execution there from Kanter. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
1:57 left here in the second. The pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Jones. Pass to Simons. It's good. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Green, and Kevin Durant subbed in for Harris. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Zach Collins comes in for Harry Giles. And Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones.
The
there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
In the corner, Powell with it. Portland moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Nets have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Step back and squared up. Durant's got his third bucket of the night.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Simons. Here's Powell. Portland with a new 14. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Brown feeling out a bit. Claxton the pass to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Nurkic, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's McCollum. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nailed. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
They've got Joe Harris. Harden out there with Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's KD in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Right side, Irving tips it, and there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his first points in this one.
Well, DeAndre Jordan dominates this game on both ends around the glass.
Lillard with it. 6 points for him. Covington. And Covington stays with it.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Oh, the power on that threw
Unreal.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Back to Lillard. The rebound by the Nets.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Jordan kicks to Durant. Lets it fly from 18. And here's Harris from the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. And the dunk by Covington.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Irving passes to Jordan. Wants to get it to Irving and does. Outside Durant. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Durant's got 8.
What a nice touch from KD. There's no spot on the floor where he doesn't feel confident from.
Lillard against Irving. Powell kicks to Lillard. Down low, Anthony. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Outside Irving. Powell against Harden. From down in the low post, it goes. 6 points for him.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Lillard outside. And again, it's Portland converting.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Harden surveying the D. 1:24 left to play in the third. He dishes it to Irving. And a miss there on the triple. Portland trailing here. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Brownie's checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Harden. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 6.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Simons, the pass to McCollum for the lead. And no good that time. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. The lead is 2. And the jam by Harden.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. For Portland, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. There's 18 seconds left to play in the third. Passes to Simons. 2 points. That one goes. Simons has got his second basket of the game.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
On the wing, Green. And the pass to Claxton. Harden way outside. That shot, no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 2. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. Out to the right wing. McCollum dishes to Kanter. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Now, here is Harden. Outside, KD. Harden against McCollum. A 3 ball. Harden can't hit. Here's Giles. He's covered by Brown. And it's Simons missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Here's Irving. Gets the bucket, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. He kicks to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers to take the lead. It's good from long range. And now a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
Finding some space out there on the perimeter was McCollum, and he finds ways to knock it down.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. And the first one at the line is good.
How about the charisma of KD that time? Teammates loving what he's bringing to the table here tonight. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Irving against Lillard. And the shot goes in. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Here's Harden. And the Nets miss again. The Trailblazers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Giles. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by KD. Looking to get back on track here. A putback, and Harden on the foul.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Here is Lillard. And the shot goes down.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Harden finds Jordan, hammers the alley-oop through.
DeAndre Jordan has seen these moments before. Not usually the guy called upon, but, man, delivering in a big spot.
Lillard looking around. And he goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Outside Durant. On the way, Harris. It falls. And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
You remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Lillard. Yes!
Yeah, not something you want to do. You let Lillard drive all the way to the rack, and he will throw it down.
Here's Irving. Pops it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, DeAndre Jordan sinks that shot. Not the first option, but doing the job.
Lillard against Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Giles. And it's Powell in for Little.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Lillard against Irving. Shoots over Lillard. Harden outside. Kicks to Harris. Shoots over Powell. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. This win, such a tremendous emotion. Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building, and so the Nets starting 5. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Irving. And the shot goes in.
For a guy who is 6'3", Kyrie shows us he has great confidence playing inside.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. George with the ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season. That's a man's play right there. Kyrie doing what the defender doesn't want him to do. And one opportunity.
The Nets shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Irving dishes to KD. 3-pointer. That one, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Leonard. And the rejection by Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. And now another look at that mobile 1-block defensive performance.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here is George. Passes it to Beverley. Kicks it out to Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over KD. Ball's knocked loose. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving with a clean look. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. From the arc. It's hauled in by Harris.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Outside for Durant. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
You see how quickly Durant sets up for the catch-and-shoot shot, giving the defense no chance.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. There's the pass to Beverley. Fires the 3. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
Outside Irving. Back to Harden. The Clippers grab the miss. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Kicks it out to Leonard. It's good. This game is all even.
Beautiful stroke. A direct result of all the hard work Leonard's put in.
Durant in the corner. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Harden against George. Leonard kicks to George. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Jordan. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Bounce pass from Beverly. Leonard against KD. It's good. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Here is Harden. High arcing shot. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles, trailing by 4. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Then for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Brown in for James Harden. Now here is Irving. 6 points for him. Outside Durant. Claxton the pass to Irving. Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard. Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Dinwiddie attacking. The rebound by Ibaka. Here's Mann. From down low. And Batum kicks to Ibaka. Shoots over Griffin. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
Shutting the floor for the Nets. They've got Harris. Griffin is out there with Brown. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 1 spot. Dinwiddie dishes to Brown. To the right side. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. The shot, no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Promising start for Luke Kennard. End up missing extended minutes with injuries. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this go-around.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Harris outside. From deep. It's stolen. And now the Clippers on the break.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Launches a 3. Here's Harris. Morris with the rebound.
And Kennard moving into the starting lineup for the first time last season.
And to add to that, he had a larger role offensively. And at the same time, his efficiency increased. That's a good sign.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Ibaka comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Cousins in for Marcus Morris. Clippers leading by 4. Now Kennard. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Now here's Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shots good by Ibaka.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Dinwiddie passes to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Dinwiddie attacking. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Kennard against Harden. Beyond the arc. Griffin grabs the board.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. Playing with high energy, outworking the defense, up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
To the middle. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Harden the pass to Claxton. Back to Harden. Griffin with it. To the paint. And a lot of contact on that one. So he'll... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here is Morris. A shot by George, wide open. No good with the triple. And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden finds Irving.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Here's Leonard. He has 5. 1:09 left in the first half of basketball. Fires for 3. Knocked away. The Nets have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 10 points.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
And here's Leonard. Shot to stop the run, and Jordan sends it back.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
George, that's a 2-pointer, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. The Nets have gone 4 of 6 in the field here in the second. 7-second difference, shot and game clock on the wing. Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
LA has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Morris right side. Open shot, George. The rebound by the Nets.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
So that'll be... Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. At its highest, their lead top. That's all for now.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Stop it on a dime. Kawhi showing good body control on that pull-up.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Here is Harden. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Jordan finds Harris. And here's Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. An emphatic LU jam.
What strength by DeAndre. Really love seeing him sky up for the thunderous slam.
George passes to Zubac. The dish to Beverley. That one goes. Count it. And the Clippers lead by 2.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Irving kicks to KD. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
So for the Clippers, Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George. Then for the Nets, Blake Griffin. He's checked in for Jordan. Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Now here's Jackson. That's a 2 from Kennard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Outside Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Dinwiddie against Jackson. Pass to Cousins. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Kennard. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Kennard's got 4 points in the quarter. Brown right side. Dishes it to KD for the lead. That shot misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Outside Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Outside Durant. Teardrop shot, and that one is good. And that's now 10 points for Kevin Durant.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Kennard's shot is off.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
He gets that one. Durant's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
To the left wing. Back to Jackson. Inside, Griffin with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Durant's got the ball. Brown the pass to Harris. For the lead. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
I mean, with his height, it is almost impossible to affect KD's shot without fouling.
Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Joe Harris. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And finished off by KD.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Will it go? It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. KD's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
From deep 3-point range, Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And here's the break. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. That quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Irving. He's out there with Harden. Durant is out there with Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the 4. Shot clock at 3.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That takes poise, patience, and vision. Great pass by Kevin Durant.
And George, here we go. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Clearly a foul.
First one falls for him.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. Nets leading by 4. Irving dishes to KD. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Leonard finds Beverly. And it's Leonard missing.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And finished off by KD.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Here's Leonard. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
This is what Leonard gives you. Reliable, productive, churns out positive plays.
Irving with it. Outside, KD. Pass to Jordan. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
George against Harden. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from George. Outside, KD. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. The jump hook, he can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And here's Leonard from 3. That doesn't go, but he's 5 for 11. Nets leading by 6. It up for Jordan, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Jordan.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
George against Harden. Pass to Claxton. The rebound by Ibaka.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in for Jordan. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They lead by 4. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach is going over with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
On the wing, Harris. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Harris has got his first bucket of the night. Left side, Leonard. Ibaka outside. George looking around. From outside, off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And really, on top of all else Harden does for you at this end, he's a tremendous free throw shooter, around 85% for his career. Clutch.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. There's the triple. That doesn't go either for George. Harden the pass to Jordan. It's good.
A seasoned vet with lots of playoff experience. Jordan remains calm under pressure.
Here's George, and it's Paul George with the finish.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
Now off the inbound. Yes!
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
Now Harden. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the 1. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Powell. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Jones. And it's Lillard in at the 1 spot. Now here is George. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Here's Lillard. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
George passes to Zubac. Now Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubac kicks to George. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Leonard from 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Zubats against Lillard. Down low. And Nurkic gets it to go.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
George looking over the floor. From 17 feet out. And the rebound by Nurkic.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
They grab their own miss. Now the pass to Powell. Takes the three. Rebound by the Clippers.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Leonard. Beverly the pass to Leonard. He dishes it to George. To the paint. Out to Morris. The three. The shot, no good.
And the cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
Powell dishes to Nurkic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
280 pounds. I mean, Nurkic, he's a handful to deal with at times. I mean, you got to foul him.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Beverly with the ball. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like it.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis or LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Simons the pass to Collins. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Giles checked in for Portland. Collin comes in for Norman Powell. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. 1:06 left to play in the first. Stolen by Cantor. To the middle. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Now, here's Cantor. Pass to Simons. Back to Anthony with the shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Clippers in the lead. Jackson finds Ibaka. Left side, Batum. Now, here's Kennard. He's guarded closely. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I just love the aggressive attitude of Batum, especially how hard he hits the ball.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. A 3 from McCollum. And with the rebound. Now Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Kennard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
They set Kennard up so well. He takes a composed shot and drains it.
And so it's Los Angeles with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. And catching up with Luke Kennard before.
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard, Anthony out there with Collins. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the 2-guard spot. Here is Ibaka, following the score by Damian Lillard. Clock at 6 to the inside. Kennard, and he converts the layup. Kennard's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, gets inside and finds himself a shot.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Back to Ibaka. Here's Mann. Off target with his 3. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Inside, Kanter, the pass to Collins. Portland moving the ball around. All sorts of time. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. Kanter dishes to Carmelo. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Clippers leading by 3. Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Here's Leonard. Basket good. Leonard's got 5 now. Here's Lillard. He's got 7. Passes it to Simons. Back to Lillard. Here's Simons. Lillard scanning the floor. And there's the pass to Simons. The Trailblazers rebound. Outside Anthony. Goes back up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Now the Clippers moving it up. Stolen by Collins. Kanter kicks to Anthony. Lillard dishes to Carmelo. Lets it go from deep. Second chance effort. Left side Collins. Anthony against Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. Tries again. Anthony's shot is off.
Now that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Leonard the pass to Ibaka. The tray. And no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Collins against Leonard. Simons the pass to Lillard. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 7.
But you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Lillard against Jackson. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
And here's Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Up top, Leonard over Lillard. That one wide left. Trailblazers shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. Poked away. Stolen by Jackson. To the paint. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Lillard way outside. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And that.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. And
happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Batum in at the small forward. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. I mean, when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Now, here's Zubac. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Batum kicks to George. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Powell. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout just to try to settle things down.
So the wing on the left. Lillard, the pass to Jones. Up top, Powell. Defended by George. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Powell against George. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Nicholas Batum.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
Well, that's their first miss after hitting 3 in a row to start the half. I mean, I guess it had to happen sometime.
Morris kicks to Beverly. Leonard against Nurkic. Leonard the pass to Morris. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Morris has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Lillard up top, defended by Beverly, and Lillard gets it to go. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. He kicks it to Leonard. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Morris. And he uses the glass on the layup. Morris has got 4 points in the quarter.
When Morris gets it down in the paint, he's deadly, using his big arms to get these shots up and in.
Here's Powell. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Lillard. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
Love seeing Lillard work it in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Down low. Puts the move on. And Leonard with the lay-in. Leonard's got his third basket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Beverly against Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
We're seeing the very best of Lillard tonight. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife of an offensive player. I mean, he's got a tool for every job.
Back to Beverly. And stolen by Lillard. Now here's Powell. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's now only a 1-point Clipper lead.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
This game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
Good on the shot. George has got 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard with it. He's got 20. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Morris outside. Deflects the pass. 3/4 of play in a close game here. The Clippers on top, up by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Anthony out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Ennis Cantor. And it's Simons in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Simons. Lays it up off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And here are the Clippers now. Portland making their last shot. Here's Ibaka. The rebound by Giles. Portland trailing here. Anthony right side. Simons, the pass to McCollum to take the lead. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got 5 rebounds tonight. Man, that shot off. Good D by McCollum. And it's Anthony with the ball for Portland. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here is Ibaka after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Kennard the pass to Ibaka. Now the feed to Batum, and it's Portland with the rebound.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Out to Anthony. No one near him. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Here's Jackson in the corner. Kennard with it. Stolen by McCollum. And another fast break for Portland. The Trailblazers running.
Ever the opportunity. C.J. sparks a successful fast break with his quick hands.
Clippers trail by 5. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Jackson looking around, and it's blocked.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Pass to Simons. Portland moving the ball over. A 3. Cantor. Great positioning on the putback. Cantor's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Kennard. And, oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Enes Kanter.
One of the more efficient shooters in the NBA. Kennard's range poses a big challenge for opponents.
First free throw is good, and that turns the lead to 6. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Clippers.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Pass to Powell. Lets it go with the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Nurkic. Now Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And it's good. 2 points.
No, it's never really easy trying to guard Nurkic. I mean, even when you get physical, he just stays with it.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. There's the dish to Leonard. The tray. Rebounded by Covington. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Lillard outside. Hands the shot with nobody near him. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
2 times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here is Lillard. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Lillard finds Powell. Here is Lillard. Back to Powell. Shoots the 3. Paul George grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside, Jones. Passes it to Powell. Lillard outside. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Drills it from outside.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep it deep.
So the Trailblazers win it. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Jordan. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris. And at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Jones in at the small forward position. Now here's Lillard. From deep. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Connects from three-point range. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game. Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Powell, the pass to Lillard. To the inside. And Covington with the basket on the assist by Lillard.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Harden. Outside for KD. Harris outside. Jordan inside. He's guarded by Nurkic.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Now here's Powell. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. It's up a three. They get it again. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Three-pointer, Lillard. Powell dishes to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, Jones. Brooklyn with the rebound. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. And Harden with the stuff.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Now here's Powell. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here is Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, you got to admire the precise passing of Harden. All he needs is a little crack to thread the needle.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Over Irving. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Lillard's got 5 points so far. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, this is where Jordan really does most of his eating, finishing after setting a solid screen.
And here is Powell. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. Back to Nurkic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on James Harden.
A physical big. Nurkic embracing, going up and attracting the contact when he's trying to score.
For the Trailblazers. Collins checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Norman Powell. And a new group in for the Nets. Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Anthony. And stolen by Harris. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. It's deflected and stolen by Lillard. 41 seconds left to play here in the first. A nice shot by Simons.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Dinwiddie with it. Brown outside. Banked in off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game. Harris outside. Oh, Griffin in position and stolen by Lillard. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark as we wrap up the first. From Portland, we're back in a moment. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Griffin down out there with Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Anthony on the wing, all alone. Griffin grabs the board.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing, but they don't want to chance that again.
McCollum finds Canner. Portland moving the ball around. With the putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Giles has got the lead up to 6 now for Portland. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Portland.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Harris. James Harden, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Now, here's Lillard. 5 to shoot, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team, and in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Lillard against Irving. And he gets it to go. Lillard's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now Irving still looking for his first bucket in this one. Harden against Powell. Jordan trying to free himself up, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from James Harden. 1:58 left to play in the first half. Back to Lillard. Nice move. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And the jam by Harden.
And I think one of the things understated about Harden, he's a great athlete. I mean, he can rise and bounce. He's strong. He's quick. He can easily punch it on you when he gets to the rim.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 7. Nurkic finds Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Nurkic the pass to Covington. Here's Lillard, covered by Irving. And it's Lillard missing. The Nets with the lead. Oh, Griffin in position. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The pass to Powell. Now, here's Nurkic. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. To the middle, Lillard. And that one drops. Lillard's got 9.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And that's it for the... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on... That's all for now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Harris outside. Pass to Irving. And it's blocked. Deep 2 from Anthony. The rebound by the Nets. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Here's Simons following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Simons, the pass to Kanter. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, you look at Durant, I don't think he gets enough credit for his passing. He's excellent at getting the rock to his guys.
Offensive rebound. Little kicks to Kanter. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Kanter's got 4 this quarter.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellows who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
Now here's Durant. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Lobbed up there for Durant. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Passes a little. Now here's Anthony. Pass to Giles. 5 on the clock. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Durant down low. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And taken away by Brown. And here we go. The fast break with Dinwiddie. For 3, Harris. That's tipped, but he recovers it. Claxton the pass to Brown. McCollum against Durant. And he banks in the layup. Durant's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Now here's Little. No points in the game yet for him. Back to McCollum. To the paint. Here's Anthony. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Collins checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Harry Giles. Norman Powell's checked in for Little. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for McCollum. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. James Harden, he's checked in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Anthony dishes to Collins. Covington against Harden. And here's Anthony for 3. They grab their own miss. Nets trail by 3. Left side, Brown. Here's Jordan, and Anthony sends it back. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. At the line for Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony. The first free throw is good. Nurkic checked in for Collins. Both free throws good from Anthony.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Lillard outside.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Now here's Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Hey, we know Harden can score it, but he also has great vision.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Powell, the pass to Simons. Inside, and stolen by Jordan. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break, and an intentional foul right there. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Powell, the pass to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. Knocks it loose. Just 5 to shoot. Irving with it. Lillard picks him up. And Harden wide open. He shoots. And the Nets miss again. Trailblazers leading by 3. Good.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now, here is Harden. Kicks it to Irving. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Step back shot. A rebound by the Nets. Griffin's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harden can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And Jordan sends it back.
Hey, get that weak stuff out of here. Take it home. Jordan is fantastic at rejecting those kinds of shots.
Lillard. Covington dishes to Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Now here's Lillard. 1:51 left in the game. Outside, Jones. Griffin with some nice D. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. An even 3-on-3 break. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance to take the lead. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle steps for the Nets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the jam by Harden.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
Jordan trying to free himself up. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Boy, and just look at what Damian Lillard is doing.
Irving passes to Harden, and that's an intentional foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Norman Powell. Durant's checked in for the Nets. Now here's Durant, and contact on the shot. The coach's challenge has been issued. A team like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building. Center and the borough of Brooklyn, where there's never a dull moment. And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Kyrie Irving. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the three. Beverley against Irving. Here's Leonard, and Jordan sends it back.
Well, DJ, twice on the pipes. No, sir. Get it out of here.
Shot clock at 5. Good work there as it goes. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. From 18 feet away, uses the glass to drop it in.
Well, we know this about Kawhi Leonard. He can score at all three levels, taking advantage of the mid-range game there.
Pops it up for Jordan.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start up the game. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Tries it from 19. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Here's KD. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Here's Leonard. And it's sent back by KD.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And that one, good.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Harden against George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Back to Zubac. Yep, it counts.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick and roll game to perfection.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Leonard attacking. Here's Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
Oh, the lob to Irving. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So for the Nets, Griffin's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for James Harden. And Batum kicks to Kennard. From deep. Unable to get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Irving. And he makes that one. Irving's got his second bucket.
Boy, it's rare for a point guard to do as much damage on the interior as Kyrie Irving. You've got to guard him in there.
Outside, Batum. Outside, Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Irving looking over the floor. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
To the inside, Morris. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
This is where the frame of Morris allows him to absorb that contact and push right through it.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Dinwiddie against Jackson.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Kennard, the pass to Jackson. Back to Kennard. Clock at 4. The 3. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Harris outside. There's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
This is what we call a sniper from the outside. Joe Harris, a knockdown shooter.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Nets.
In the gym trying to work out.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Griffin. Joe Harris is out there with Brown, and it's Dinwiddie in at point. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. His 3-pointers off the mark. Nets leading by 7. Brown kicks to Harris. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Chalk up 2 there.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on 3-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Oh, Griffin in position. Great communication on the alley-oop. Griffin's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles on the high post. Dinwiddie with the rebound. The Nets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the 7th. Brown finds Harris. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Ibaka and stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The putback, it's good on the putback.
I have always loved the intensity with which Serge Ibaka plays, especially on the glass. He understands how to use his length.
Here's Dinwiddie. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Batum passes to Cousins. Kennard on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yes, that goes in. Kennard's got 4 points in the quarter. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oh, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Claxton with the bucket. And it's an 11-point Nets lead.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
No good from Cousins.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Harris. James Harden, he's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Nets shooting their first foul shot of the night. Free throw, good, Irving.
I think you know that Kyrie Irving has such great love and passion for the game of basketball. This guy is on fire to get better.
Bounce pass from Beverly. Entered on the wing. Looking to end the run. He takes it up and lays it in.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Irving against Beverly. Outside Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Beverly, and the layup's good off the glass.
This guy is such an intelligent guard. Patrick Beverly finding a driving lane and finishing.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The rebound by Paul George. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Down by 12. Leonard, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Down low, it's stolen by Morris. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, not only can Paul George get off the dribble drive, but you see the strength to absorb the contact and finish. Nice.
And there it is for him. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. And so that's the end of the first half. Net. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball, followed.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above 4. Looking at the Nets. And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
The guy who's taking control of this game is Kai.
And that.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, Ivica Zubac, who's out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 spot. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Beverley. Outside Leonard. Kicks to Morris. Jordan with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
George double teamed. The pass to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George. Morris has got 7 points in the game.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
And the rejection by Zubac. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. KD can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverley is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist from KD. And now it's a 10-point Nets lead. Harden against George. He feeds it to Morris. Leonard looking over the floor. Some solid defense from Harris.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
George, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound, Brooklyn. They've led by as many as 14 points. And then Durant with the dunk.
Boy, if you allow Kevin Durant to play in space, in transition, you can turn the lights out.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Dinwiddie with it. Leonard picks him up. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
With his length and his size, how easy does KD make that dunk look?
Leonard against KD. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backboard.
And that one, good. Harden's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nets.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead. Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Passes it to Harden. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go with Morris. Running it up the court. Nobody near Leonard. Good on the triple. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
Kawhi Leonard very comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. This guy is so good even without a dribble.
Here's Jordan, and then jammed down as he goes right over. He beats a Zubac.
Wow, looks like 2017 when DeAndre came home with the dunk contest trophy. Makes it look easy there.
It's good. And that's now 11 points for Marcus Morris.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stop.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. Here's Morris. Jordan with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Offensive rebound. Durant. Second chance shot. No good on the way up. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game. And he comes up with the deuce.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Here's Dinwiddie. And he gets the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 4 points this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete...
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nets lead by 11. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Clippers trail by 11. We've got Brown. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. So that's the Nets 5. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Clock at 6. Traps in the tray.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Harden on the wing. And Harden with the stop.
Well, Kyrie Irving, if you're open, he will find you. This guy is a scorer, but he understands others have got to come along with him.
Pass to Man. Back to Jackson. Pass to Man. Ibaka for 3. And it's KD with the rebound. Durant's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Harden, no good. Clippers trail by 10. Now the pass to Ibaka. The shot from 20 feet away. And it's Ibaka again missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. And now we've got the intentional foul. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. On the wing, Harden. He's covered by Leonard. George against Durant. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Leonard. The rebound by the Nets. KD's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Irving. And that one clearly a foul. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
And Cousins kicks to George. Cousins inside. He's covered by Brown. Los Angeles with another miss.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
KD's shot is good.
Kevin Durant plays with great pace. He never allows the defense to speed him up. Just a pretty pull-up jumper.
Trying to get something going. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Over in the corner, Brown. Outside Durant, launches it. Rebound by the Clippers.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
That one good for two.
Oh, good luck stopping that. Kawhi Leonard, huge, strong hands, in total command of the basketball. Go ahead.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his third foul of the game. So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Harris subbed in for Bruce Brown. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. And Marcus Morris subbed in for DeMarcus Cousins. 6 to shoot. With the teardrop, Jordan. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 14.
What about the intensity? Go ahead, Mr. Jordan. We see you working out there.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. Good D by Harden.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
And the first one drops.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season. And guys,
Now, Paul George is an exceptional athlete and demonstrating his insane dunking skills there. Get this guy in the dunk competition.
Harden draws the double. Right side Irving from the arc. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And there's Paul George on the assist by Morris.
Well, just solid work in the painted area. Paul George, quality look, excellent decision.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. A three-pointer is right on target. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 16. George with the bucket.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Again, the miss by Harden. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George has got the ball. Up again. And it's Durant with the rebound. The full court prayer falls off target. And it falls.
Well, we know that Paul George understands there's a certain point in the game when he...
CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The bronze likeness of Lakers great. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Robert Covington. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Beverly in at the 1. Now here's Nurkic. It's hauled in by Zubac.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute, but that one, I thought he laid it straight up and in.
In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
Here's George following the score by Damian Lillard. Jones against Leonard. Covington with the steal. Lillard the pass to Jones. To the middle, here's Nurkic, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
280 pounds, I think Nurkic is well within his means to score past contact.
Pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the basket by Los Angeles. To the paint. Morris kicks to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard, that's for 2. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Powell. Pass to Nurkic. Lillard with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it to Beverly. Shot clock at 6. And here's George for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. George has got 5 now.
A lot of points coming from Paul George from the three-point line over the past couple seasons. The D has to play out on him, and that creates the space.
Now, here's Nurkic. Here's Lillard. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Beverly. Dishes to Morris. Outside, George. The Clippers need to get off a shot. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
It's Powell on the wing. Back to Lillard. Free throw line jump shot, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 8 points for him.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Right side, Leonard. Inside. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Morris trying to free himself up. Kept alive. Nice work on the boards. Paying off with the basket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Back to Lillard. No one near him. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Now here's Leonard. 26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Powell, no one around him. Covington controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
So smart in these situations. Love how Covington often picks the correct route to run.
Outside Leonard. Fires from the wing. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Trailblazers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles.
Humble beginnings. I'm from...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we've got Reggie Jackson. Batuma's out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward. The Clippers in the lead. Over in the corner, Batum. Ibaka outside. The pass to Jackson. Back to Ibaka. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
Lillard against Jackson. Simons, the pass to Cannon. Here's Simons. Cantor inside, defended by Ibaka. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And, well, he's been the NBA's leader in blocks multiple times. Ibaka just has that rare instinct for it.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Giles checked in for Collins. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Anfernee Simons. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. Now, here is Morris. And that one goes long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's McCollum with the drive. That one drops for him.
McCollum's got such good body contact. He had to have known that he was going to get hit on that play.
Pass to Batum. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Tipped away. Passes to Morris. Pulls up. Misses off the right iron. The Trailblazers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from McCollum. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides you.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Jackson after Enes Kanter's basket. Here's Mann. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Kanter.
This is the thing about Kanter. He has the size to muscle through contact and the good touch to boot.
Here's Jackson. 29 seconds left to play here in the half. Good D by McCollum. Fires for 3. Batum grabs the miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Morris dishes to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. And Batum kicks to Kennard. But they recover it. Over McCollum. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a 1. And
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. To the inside. Outside for George. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. There's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he found the open teammate.
Outside Leonard. Yep, that one goes in there. Leonard's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Back to McCollum. Down low. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Great concentration on display from Nurkic to get the foul and still come away with the made field goal.
Jones checked in for Carmelo Anthony. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the evening. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside, George. And here is Ibaka. Leonard looking around. And they pick up 2. George has got 7 points in the game.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Now here's Leonard. 6 points for him.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Hollis Jefferson. Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Now Beverly still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's George. Ibaka drawing the double team. Beverly wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Portland leading. Jones finds McCollum. Right wing. George against Nurkic. Excellent D there from George. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Over Jones. They get it back.
Well, the edge to Cousins rebounding, you're okay with it if it shows up in the way he goes about his business on the glass.
McCollum passes to Hollis Jefferson. We've got 1:55 left here in the third quarter. McCollum against Beverly. Nice D from Cousins.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Giles leading the charge. McCollum kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Beverly the pass to Cousins. He feeds it to George. 1:19 left to play here in the third. Back to Cousins from 12 feet out. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Hollis Jefferson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Good on the bucket.
Not bad. Nurkic with a nice shot there, especially off of that assist.
LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Leonard on the wing. Looking to get it going. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Clippers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out in transition, run the floor, and become a dangerous weapon on the perimeter.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Outside, Jones. Back to McCollum. Over Beverly. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And now Portland on the break. Back to Hollis Jefferson. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They trail by 1. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Covington. Stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Batum kicks to Jackson. And there's the pass to Kennard. Collins against Zubac. Back to Kennard. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Powell. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. Shoots over Powell. Goes up again. No good from Zubac. And for Portland, they're shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Here's Covington. No good on that one. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Kennard, the pass to Batum. The shot's good. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Lillard with it. Pass to Anthony. Powell dishes to Lillard. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And Portland has possession. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Portland. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Here's Lillard outside Collins. Powell down low. Defended by George. Covington kicks to Powell. Just 4 to shoot. Lillard from outside. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Leonard the pass to George. Back to Leonard. Passes it to Beverly. Leonard against Lillard. And good that time.
Oh, you could see it from the moment he caught the ball. Leonard looking to rise to the occasion, making the big shot to help the team out.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Lillard dishes to Powell. Back to Lillard over Beverly. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Clippers leading by 3. And Kawhi Leonard with his slam.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Pass to Powell. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. He gets it in there.
And that is what you need in big moments. Lillard's a strong leader with competitive drive. Bingo.
Beverly finds Leonard. To the paint. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Zubac has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Lillard surveying the D. Offensive rebound. Here's Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Well, he's made some big shots dating back to his playing days in Europe. Kanter coming through here in the clutch.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
Now here's Lillard. Money!
Well, he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Leonard. Back to Beverly. Stolen by Collins.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that three.
And that one is off. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.